Who am I? Why am I in this room all day? I didn't see my friends for months. I'm just talking to the computer all day, studying all day in my room. When is this gonna be over? Hello everyone, this is Julie. I did a little skit because I wanted to kind of encapsulate how you are all feeling right now, because you've been doing online school, online classes for months now, almost coming to a year. I know how frustrating that is, how lonely that is. So today in this video, I'm going to be talking about 7 ways that you can cope with online classes, how you can manage online classes, and on top of that, stay motivated. Because I know if you are in your room all day, every day, it's definitely not a motivating environment for you. If you are new to my channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you'll be notified. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Julie. Mentoring high school students to get accepted into their dream colleges using passion. So let's go ahead and get started and dive into the 7 strategies. So I was coaching one of my Passion Project Bootcamp students, which is my college consulting program, and she was talking about how just staying home all day and doing online classes was really taking a toll, and that she was feeling not motivated. She was just in front of the computer all day. And so I thought that it would be a great YouTube video topic that I can share with you as well. Today I'm going to share 7 strategies with you, and the last strategy is the best one. So make sure to watch the entire video and go through all 7 strategies. And I also recommend that you take out a piece of paper and take notes, because this is really important stuff. Online classes really means that college admission process is going to be different. Your high school experience is going to be different. So make sure to stay tuned, take notes, grab your favorite Starbucks drink. Let's go ahead and get started. Strategy number 1 is for you to stop complaining about the situation. I know that we could go on and on and on talking about, oh, this sucks. Why do I have online classes? Why is COVID not ending? I hate online school, blah, 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 blah. Now, what will that get you? Your negative talk, your complaining, your venting, what is that going to do for you, right? So the strategy that I share with my students is that if you can take immediate action and do something about it, then yeah, you can go ahead and complain a little, vent a little. We're all humans. But if there's nothing that you could do about the situation, stop complaining, stop feeding yourself into the negativity, and just don't waste your time and energy talking about things that you can't change. So if you've been complaining about online classes, stop that now. Let's stop the negativity, because it doesn't do anything for us, right? So that's strategy number 1. Actually, I would call that step number 1, mandatory. The issue with online classes is that it's not motivating, right? Like going to school, meeting friends, talking to teachers, it gets you kind of going. We're social human beings, but because you can't do that, motivation level goes down. So it's very important for you to stay motivated during this time. So one of the things that I love to do with my students is to think about your ultimate goal, right? Why are you studying so hard? Why are you dealing with online classes? Why are you studying for SAT and ACT? Why are you working on your passion project? So close your eyes and think about your ultimate goal. So is it you walking around Harvard campus? Is it you taking classes at UCLA? What does that look like for you? Just close your eyes and think about it. Turn on a really amazing, classic or lo-fi music and just really tap into that feeling. And then I want you to take out a piece of paper and journal on why this is so important to you. So motivation tends to go down when your why is not clear or your why is not compelling enough to you, right? So for me, I always visualize myself walking around campus at Harvard, talking to professors at Harvard, just closing my eyes and thinking about it and knowing that I will be there one day. So why was that important to me? Because I wanted to make it. I wanted to go to Harvard and study education, the best place to study education, at least for me. I wanted to show myself that I can do it. I wanted to make my parents proud, who sacrificed everything to come to America to provide education for my family. I wanted to meet people at Harvard and get to know them. So these were my reasons. I wanted to change education. I wanted to empower teenagers, right? So for you, what is that reason? Because if you do this exercise, it's a very, very important exercise. You will instantly feel motivated. So do this. Strategy number 2. Strategy number 3 is to do what inspires you and what makes you all tingly and feeling so excited inside. And one of the things that I encourage my students to do is to work on their passion project. Why is it called passion project? Because it's a project that you're passionate about. Duh, right? Schoolwork is very repetitive. You read the textbook, memorize it, take a test, write an essay, take a quiz. It's very rote memorization, and a lot of things might seem boring on your end or repetitive on your end, especially if it's a subject that you're not really interested in. So I want you to take the time out of your month, so maybe once a month or twice a month, to work on your passion project so that you are connecting yourself to what excites you, your academic plans for college, your future career, right? Working on your passion project is so amazing. And I wanted to talk about my student where her passion project is going to be about helping Latino community learn more about the government system, especially those who don't speak English. So for her, that drives her, that's her motivator. It excites her. So when she does that, which is her passion project, doing schoolwork becomes manageable because she knows the reason why she's doing all of this and going through high school and college is to make an impact in our community and to really go into that realm of political science, policy, immigration things and stuff like that. So work on your passion project. And if you don't know what a passion project is and you're like, Julie, what the heck are you talking about right now? I highly recommend that you attend my free training, because in that free training, I talk about how my students, including myself, use passion projects to get accepted into their dream colleges. I also share 4 mistakes that you must avoid in this process. And then I also share 4 strategies that you must implement, okay? So the link to the free training is www.juliekimconsulting.com/masterclass. It's also in the description box. And then you register, you take the training, and you'll learn more about passion projects. And if you want more of my support and help as your college consultant and your mentor, you can definitely learn more about our program too, which I talk all about in the free training. So that is strategy number 3. Strategy number 4 is a little bit more on the technical side, and that is to create a priority list every single day. Excluding Saturdays if you want to take a break. But I know for high school students, Sunday is kind of like your catch-up day where you have to either work on your homework or to study for exams. So what I mean by a priority list is basically to list out everything that you need to complete that day first, okay? Don't exceed this list more than 7, because then you just won't be able to do everything. So you want to keep the item on the list to about 5 to 7. That's a good amount. And so what you want to do is write everything down, and then next to the task, you're going to write a number next to it. So the number indicates the priority level, which means you're going to work on it first. So let's do an example together. So I can say I have to study for Spanish homework. I have to study for a push exam. I have to complete my calculus homework, and I have to write an email to professors. So these are the 4 things I need to get done today. So I'll put number 1 on the one that's going to require the most amount of energy on my end, and that has the most weight in terms of grades. Of course, I'm going to put number 1 next to study for a push exam, because that is worth, let's say, 200 points. So I'm going to do that first. And if I don't complete that, I don't move on to the next ones because they're not my priority at the moment. So you go through number 1, 2, 3, 4, bam. The benefit of this is that there is no buffering time. You're not like, what should I do next? The second benefit is that you are putting the most amount of energy and attention on the most important thing. a lot of students make the mistake of working on their Spanish homework first, but it's kind of like, you can do that at 4 a.m. You don't need like crazy brain power to do that, right? So that's the strategy number 4. I'm encouraging you to do this, especially during this time, because if you don't know what your priority list, you can be in your room all day long studying, watching TikTok, watching YouTube, etc. You know what I'm talking about. The next strategy is to compartmentalize your day. So what I mean by that is when you are finished with online school, so let's say for example, you're done with all of your classes, don't just continue to work on your homework. What I want you to do is get outside of your room and go outside for a walk. And while you are going on a walk, I want you to listen to an audiobook through Amazon Audible or to listen to a podcast. They're completely free, right? What you're doing is you are physically leaving your room, and that tells your brain that, okay, you're done with classes now. You can kind of go out and refresh your mind and body and everything, okay? So I want you to do that. The reason why I want you to listen to something is because it's going to inspire you. It's going to motivate you. You're going to learn something other than schoolwork, right? So once you do that and you freshen up, you come back to your room to work on your homework and study for exams, okay? If your neighborhood is like dangerous and you can't walk outside by yourself, then you could just go into your backyard and listen to a book and just sit there or kind of like walk around, right? Do what you gotta do, but of course stay safe, okay? So letting your brain know, hey, school's over, I'm gonna work on something a little bit more refreshing and inspirational, and then going back to your schoolwork is really gonna freshen up your mind. The next strategy that you can use to stay motivated and inspired is to reach out to professors to talk about their academic research papers, to talk about projects that they're working on. And the reason why I tell you to do this is because we want to stay connected to our future self as much as possible, right? Because if you only know yourself now, you will continue to repeat your patterns and habits that you don't want. But let's say, for example, this week you talk to a UPenn professor about his economics research project. What do you think that's gonna do to you? It's gonna motivate you, it's gonna inspire you, you're gonna be like, I really wanna do econ and study econ and go to UPenn one day, right? You're gonna get all of these kind of feelings that you don't get on a daily basis as a high school student. This is another thing that I teach inside my program, and you can learn more about it in my free training as well. So I'm going to also remind you again to register for the free training, because in that training I talk about how my students reach out to professors. This is a strategy that I really want you to use, because when you just see the same people every day and do Zoom calls every day, there is no spark, there is no reason why, right? So reaching out to professors and hopping on calls with them is a great way to stay motivated and make connections and just put yourself out there. In my previous video, I'll link it up right here. In that video, I talked about how you can still get a strong recommendation letter from your teachers during COVID-19, during online classes, right? So this strategy is very important, because what I want you to do is make an initiative to hop on a one-on-one call with your counselor or your teachers and ask questions, be more intimate, because a lot of students are not going to be doing this, to be honest with you. So when you are asking your teacher smart questions about classes or questions about this academic field, and even maybe sharing your passion project a little bit, it's really going to enable your teacher to get to know you, which then turns into a strong recommendation letter. So I really want you to do this. And when you do this and you make that personal connection with your teachers, the class that you attend will actually be more enjoyable, just because you know the teacher a little bit more and the teacher knows you a little bit more as well. So build relationships, a strong one with your teachers. You don't need to build it with everyone, but you want to pick one or two that you want to stay really close with, so that they could potentially be your recommenders. And of course, this has to be a genuine approach, right? Watch the video in the cards so that you can go ahead and learn more about how you can get good recommendation letters from your teachers during COVID and online classes. All right, I hope that you found this video helpful. Hang in there. You are going through, such an uncertain time right now. online classes, not going to school. This never really happened before. So I just want to tell you that you're doing a great job, and I hope that you can apply these 7 strategies that I shared with you today so that you can stay inspired, motivated, and ultimately get accepted into your dream college using your passion. I'll be back here with another video, and please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and have a great rest of your day. Talk to you soon. Bye.